The battle to save lives from drug use continues to take place across communities here in our state.
It's a really big problem that's being tackled from many angles, and Fox Carolina's own Myra Louise is on top of this story. We've heard her live in Greenville County to explain how. Myra.
Yes, this is one of the drug fighting tools that the Greenville County Coroner's Office uses. It's the Mobile Substance Use Education Center. We're going to take a look inside, and Ruben's going to follow us here. But basically, they take this unit to various places throughout the community, and people get a better idea about drug use, its problems, and how horrible it can be. We have the Chief Deputy Coroner here, Shelton England. You know, Shelton, tell us about how beneficial this has been since you opened it, what, 4 years ago this month?
Absolutely, Mara. We're very blessed to have this unit to provide to the community. We've seen thousands of people throughout this unit, and awareness is the biggest key, and we're seeing numbers start to decrease.
Yeah, in fact, speaking of those numbers, we have a full screen here showing people how they've changed since 2020. Back then you had 175 drug overdose deaths. 107 of those were involved fentanyl. And then in the following years, the number of deaths went up, both fentanyl related and drug overdose deaths. But then you started to see a decline. I know these numbers are preliminary, but in 2024, you dropped to 170 deaths and only 84 with fentanyl. Do you think part of this education is what's making a difference?
Absolutely. I think it's a piece of the puzzle, if you will. I think there are multiple parts to it, but I think that this is a big piece in just providing the awareness to the community.
Yeah, now as Ruben takes a look around here, why don't you tell us what people can see when they come into this unit?
So we have different identification guides just to show what's out there, as well as to educate parents. They need to be aware of what to look for. That way, if there starts to be a problem, they can stop it early on. So we have a couple display kits over here as well. Then, as you'll see, we have a couple computers that provide displays to a couple TVs that we have back here. One video that we like to show is a family impact video from a family that lost someone due to an unfortunate overdose fatality, as well as some statistical data and other educational materials.
Yeah, and we do know that the state lawmakers are actually working on a bill right now that was written by an upstate lawmaker, Senator Thomas Alexander, which would actually stiffen the penalties for fentanyl-related deaths. Here's what he had to say.
This creates the fentanyl-induced homicide that could give up to 30 years of imprisonment for someone knowingly and willfully lacing a drug and giving it for the purposes to someone else.
So, Shelton, do you think it would make a difference to have that kind of penalty on our books?
Absolutely, I think it would make a difference. For the longest time in South Carolina, we didn't have anything to enforce the fentanyl stuff. So I think it'll make a huge difference.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Chief Deputy Coroner Shelton England, reporting live from Greenville County, Myra Louise, Fox Carolina News.